So you're thinking about moving to Vancouver BC, but you don't necessarily want to be in Vancouver. That's right, you're more of a suburb type of person. Well, in this video, we're going to cover the top 5 most popular suburbs around Vancouver right now, where we see a lot of attention and draw. A lot of people are wanting to move to these areas from out of province or just migrate into these areas from within the province as well. And they're trying to get a feel on what would fit them best. Well, that's exactly what we're going to cover in this video. We'll do a couple of things for you. I'll just give you my top pro and con of each suburb, and you'll actually jump in the car with us and we'll show you around so you can see it for yourself. And we're gonna get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time on this channel and you want to know everything there is about eating, sleeping, working, playing, the good and the bad about living in Vancouver, BC and its surrounding suburbs, then make sure you subscribe to the channel so you're the first to learn about what's going on in the market here. My name is Chi Huang. I'm a real estate agent here in Vancouver, and when I get calls and emails from you guys, I'm absolutely thrilled and love it. So if you're thinking of making a move, whether it's next week or next year, make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, and we would love to help you make a smooth move to Vancouver, BC. So as we mentioned, we're going to cover the top 5 suburbs today, and we're going to start with the first one on the list, which is Burnaby. Like I said, I'm going to mention what I like most and what I don't like about each of these areas. And so now Burnaby is a very popular suburb here, and it's no surprise really because of its overall convenience, much of it being attributed to its central location. If there's a city that would be defined as the middle of Metro Vancouver, it would be Burnaby. And because of that, it provides easy access to downtown Vancouver, Richmond, and other neighboring cities as well. They have an efficient transit system that includes multiple SkyTrain lines. So commuting is also very convenient, and you have quick access to major shopping centers like the amazing Brentwood, for example, as well as outdoor recreational areas and amenities. Now, a con of Burnaby, and this might not be a con for everyone, but it is that Burnaby has evolved rapidly over recent years with drastic increases in high-rise developments and its overall growing population. That has led to a much busier, more urbanized environment. Areas that once offered a quieter suburban feel are now bustling with traffic, noise, and congestion, particularly around hubs like Metrotown and Brentwood. So for those who valued Burnaby's original suburban charm, this shift towards a more metropolitan vibe can be a downside as it impacts the sense of tranquility and open space that was once a major draw. But as we mentioned, this could be a draw for the other group of people who might enjoy the busyness and living in sort of like a downtown 2.0. As we take you on a drive around, here are some stats and numbers about Burnaby. Now, Burnaby, as far as schools go, has an A rating, and its average school score is higher than both the province and the country's average. There's around 83 public schools here, and an interesting fact is that Burnaby school test scores are 3% higher than the national average. So they got some good schools, teachers, students, who knows? They just have top-notch schools, which is what matters. Now, Burnaby has a large population of around 260,000 people, and the time it takes to get to downtown Vancouver is around 20 minutes by car, and to the airport is around 30 minutes. Moving on to the housing, the average price point across all condo types is $788,000. The average price point of a townhouse is $976,000. And for a detached home, the average is sitting at $2.16 million. Next on the list is Coquitlam. Now, Coquitlam offers a great blend of natural beauty and urban amenities, which makes it a very appealing choice for those who enjoy both outdoor and city activities. They have some of the most beautiful parks and areas, such as Mundy Park and Lafarge Lake, and also easy access to trails on Burke Mountain, for example, where you can enjoy hiking, biking, and other outdoor pursuits. At the same time though, areas like Coquitlam Center provide plenty of shopping, dining, and different entertainment options, which gives the city a vibrant and very well-rounded feel. Now, a con of Coquitlam is its distance from downtown Vancouver and also Vancouver International Airport. The commute to downtown can take 30 to 45 minutes by car, and even longer during rush hours. So for those of you who frequently need quick access to Vancouver's core, or if you're someone who travels a lot, then the distance can be quite a big inconvenience. Coquitlam has a B+ school rating, which is still above the provincial average school score, but a bit below the national average. There are around 58 public schools in Coquitlam, and Coquitlam has a pretty big population as well, of around 160,000 people. And as we mentioned, the distance to Vancouver and the airport is more of a trek. It takes around 45 minutes on average to get to downtown and 50 minutes, give or take, to get to the airport. Now for the housing in Coquitlam, the average condo price, again, across all bedroom types, is $735,000. For a townhouse, the average is $1.033 million, and for a detached home, it's right around $1.8 million. Next, we have Port Moody. The pro of Port Moody is its quiet, peaceful living. It offers a small town feel with a unique blend of nature and urbanization. It's kind of hard to describe, but it definitely has its own kind of feel. Even just crossing over from its neighboring city of Coquitlam that we just talked about, it feels more personal, more natural, and I think part of that is because, well, first of all, the much smaller population, but also the fact that much of this suburb is on the mountain where you have a ton of green, but all the while you're right by the water as well. So having that blend of an urbanized area alongside the nature aspect of forests and lakes makes it definitely one of a kind. There are also a ton of things to do here with outdoor activities. Like we mentioned, the trails and lake where you can kayak and stuff, but more distinctly about this place is that you get that small town feel. So think local owned stores and local breweries, which is kind of the peak of the nightlife here. Even though it is its own community, it feels like you're also not isolated, because Port Moody is actually a neighboring city of Burnaby and has SkyTrain access, so not too hard to get around as well. Now with all that tranquility comes the con that it can feel overly quiet and dark in the evenings, especially in residential neighborhoods and forested areas. With limited street lighting in some spots, the kind of secluded vibe at night may be unappealing to those who prefer more lively environment. So if you're someone who's looking for more activity, maybe you enjoy the nightlife a lot, the sense of quiet and isolation here may be overly peaceful. Port Moody, like Coquitlam, has a B+ school rating, and again, that's still above the provincial average but slightly below the national average. There are approximately 13 public schools in Port Moody, and a fun fact is that they have a great high school completion rate. So over 90% of people in Port Moody have graduated high school, which is quite a high number. Now Port Moody is a smaller suburb. Like we mentioned, you have that small town feel here, and the population definitely reflects that. Currently, the population of Port Moody is just under 40,000 people. And then now the time it takes to get to downtown Vancouver, again by car, is around 35 to 40 minutes and around 45 minutes to the airport. The average housing price points in Port Moody is around $746,000 for a condo. For a townhouse, it's $1.046 million. And lastly, for a detached home, the average price point is $2.126 million. Next on the list is North Vancouver. Now, North Vancouver is known for its high quality of life. It offers a safe, clean, and serene environment that's surrounded by breathtaking natural beauty. You have easy access to mountains, trails, and parks like Lynn Canyon and Grouse Mountain, so it's literally a haven for outdoor enthusiasts. The area also boasts a low crime rate and has very well maintained neighborhoods, making it an ideal place for families and those seeking a peaceful lifestyle. Plus, with downtown Vancouver just across the bridge, you can kind of enjoy best of both worlds. You have the close proximity to the city, the downtown busy lifestyle, but you're not compromising on the peaceful and spacious living. Now, North Vancouver's appeal comes with a high price tag, and that is the con. It is one of the most expensive housing markets in all of Metro Vancouver. Home prices and rental rates are significantly higher than in many other nearby areas, which makes it a more difficult task for those looking to buy or rent in this region. North Vancouver has a B+ school rating, but its average school score here is above both the national and provincial average, and the graduation numbers here are very impressive. So 92% of people in North Vancouver completed high school, and the most impressive number is that almost 42% of people here have a bachelor's degree. So B+ school rating, but the numbers surely point toward it being even better. And there are approximately 54 public schools. Now, population here is around 95,000 people. And as far as distance goes, like we mentioned, it's just across the bridge from downtown. So of course it depends on where you live in North Vancouver, but on average it'll take around 15 minutes to get to downtown. And so now the kind of surprising part of North Vancouver is the time it takes to get to the airport, which is around 40 minutes from North Vancouver. You have the choice of 2 bridges to get to most other places in Greater Vancouver, including the airport. So just so you're aware, even though it's close to downtown, it's still a bit of a distance away from the airport. Now, housing prices here, like we mentioned, are high, and so here are some of the numbers. For a condo, the average price point is $790,000, $1.364 million for a townhouse, and for a detached home, the average price point is $2.135 million. Lastly, we have Langley. A big pro of Langley is that it offers more affordable housing options compared to Vancouver and many other parts of Metro Vancouver, which this attracts families and older adults who are seeking larger properties, yards, and a quieter lifestyle. The area provides a suburban feel with plenty of green spaces, community parks, and family-oriented amenities. So that definitely makes it an ideal setting for those who value a quieter place and more room to live. Now, a downside of Langley is its distance from Vancouver, which can be quite an inconvenience for commuters. Currently, Langley lacks rapid transit options like the SkyTrain, meaning you would pretty much have to rely on a car, and of course during rush hour you're facing very lengthy travel times. The good news is that SkyTrain extension to Langley is anticipated by 2028, but as of right now, the current limited transit infrastructure can be a challenge for those who need frequent access to other areas such as Vancouver. Langley schools are rated B+, with approximately 72 public schools here, and the stats of Langley's education is lower compared to the others that we've mentioned. The school test scores in Langley are 4% under the national average, and about 82% of people have completed high school. And Langley has a population of around 132,000 people. Now, Langley, when it comes to the distance to downtown Vancouver being an inconvenience, it takes around an hour to get downtown without traffic. So with traffic, it's even more. And to the airport, it's around 45 minutes. When it comes to the housing here, this is where the numbers will probably make you feel a bit more relieved compared to the others. The average condo here is just above $600,000, and for a townhouse, it's $864,000 on average, and the average price point of a detached home here is $1.613 million. Alright, that pretty much concludes this video. We hope you found this helpful on the overview of the top 5 suburbs in Vancouver right now. And again, feel free to reach out whether you're moving next week or thinking about moving next year. Just give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or even schedule a Zoom call with me. All of the information is in the description below. We'd be happy to help you out. And until next time, take it easy, guys. Peace.